Everybody, welcome back. Another Rockschool Debut Drums 2024 syllabus to learn today. This time Sunny by Bobby Hebb. Quite a straightforward one this, quite a lot of fun to play, easy going. I'll play it for you now and then give you a little talk through afterwards. Here we go.
Sunny. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sunny, yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, you smiled at me and released the pain. Now the dark days are done and the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one so true, I love you.
Sunny, Bobby Hebb. So let's talk our way through it. So the opening line is very similar in pattern to the last line and a half. So if you can play the first bit, you can play the end bit as well. The good thing about this song is the vast majority of the notes, with one exception, which I'll come into in a moment, are played in the quarter note position, which means that everything you're doing is going to be played at the same time as a click, except one exception I'll come to in a moment. So this opening line, for the first 3 bars, we're playing a bass drum on the first click, and then closed hi-hats on the second and the fourth, and then in the fourth bar we start playing a bass drum on the first and the third. So playing it slowly, it sounds like this. So, and then when we come to effectively repeat that at the end of the song, it's turned on its head. So we start by playing, and then we lose the second of those 2 bass drums and turn to, and so on and so forth. So if you can play the first bit, you can play the end bit. The groove in section A, it's a quarter note groove, so again, 1 hi-hat note for every click that you hear in the backing track. So we're going to play bass, snare, snare, bass, snare. Now your brain, through force of habit, you may find that your brain tries to tell you to play a bass drum note on the third note, like this. Ignore that. If your brain tries to tell you to do that, ignore your brain is wrong. We're deliberately leaving the third note empty other than the hi-hat. So again, that opening groove, section A, nice and slow. So that's the groove in section A. We play 8 bars of that. Then we come to section B, where this is probably the trickiest part of the song. We're now adding in an 8th note bass drum straight after the second count. So we play our first half of the bar like that, and then immediately after that we need to slip in an 8th note bass drum, so like this. And you'll note that I'm not playing a hi-hat over that second bass drum. Don't play a hi-hat with the second bass drum. It's an 8th note. We don't play a hi-hat over it. So that's the full thing. Again, your brain might be tempted when you play that extra bass drum note that we've added in to add a hi-hat in, because particularly when we first start learning the drums, we're trained that we always play the bass drum alongside the hi-hat, but we don't with this one. So your brain might be telling you to go and sort of play like a shuffly feel. Ignore that if that's the case. That bass drum, that second bass drum, is played on its own. That one. You get the idea. Then we come to, after 5 bars of that groove, we come to a stop. Bass drum, snare drum, a bass drum, a snare drum on the first and the second count, and then then we leave the third and fourth count open. So you need to leave 2 clicks on the backing track. Don't play anything on there. And then we come into our outro, which is very similar to our intro. It's just turned on its head. So I will play you the last 2 lines nice and slow, including the first bar groove. So 3, 4. So there you go, Sonny, Bobby Hebb. I hope that's been helpful. Any questions, give me a shout. And thank you very much for watching. Bye bye now.